Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm bringing you the P1 Toyota Concept Cup. This is round 3. We're coming from Autopolis short course tonight. Have raced this track, I do like it. I've not raced the short course, I've raced it with the extension on, just a few extra wiggly bits, whereas this cuts off at the hairpin and disappears off straight onto the start finish straight, almost round a hairpin again. But we'll have a look at that in a second. So as per usual, I'm going to start the stream talking about the Kika event, which is coming up this Saturday, so literally around the corner, a day and a half away. Starts at 5 PM. Please tune in. We'll probably be on air a little bit earlier than that, myself and Potter McPot, who you will see racing tonight. A little bit more to say about Potter McPot in the coming race, but we'll come to that. So the Kika event is a charity event that's happening on Saturday at 5 PM, as I say. It's for a Dutch children's cancer charity, so we were asked to get involved by a couple of our Dutch compatriots at MRC, and obviously we've said yes. So we're putting on a six-hour charity event at Le Mans track. We're actually going to set it up as 3 2-hour races due to the fact that PlayStation servers are useless, and we don't want people getting kicked out or anything like that, disconnecting a 6-hour race, because it might end up to the point where we've got one guy left in a lobby, which will be useless. So we're going to split it down to 3 2-hour races just to save any issues, so if people do get kicked they can get back in. So you can see the channel livery and the decals all over the car. That is the charity we're doing the race for, the Kika Foundation in Holland. But tonight, as I say, we are doing the P1 Toyota Concept Cup. So these boys, this is round 3. These boys have set up these little new Toyotas. I'm just going to flick out of this. Jump into this lobby, got a few minutes left. They've set up these Toyota Concepts on short tracks. These cars are fiery little beasts, these Toyota Concepts, as you'll see, and it just is turning out to be some wicked racing. Every round I've looked at and watched, commentated over, has been feisty, bumper to bumper action, places changing every lap. It's been really good. So that's the lobby we want. Ralcien, connection's not looking good. I hope we don't get any issues due to that. So let's just wait to join this lobby. So no track map for this course. I forgot to download one this week for this one. So how many have we got? 12 in the lobby that look like they're racing. Obviously there's 13 on the actual board there on the right, but I'm obviously commentating, so won't be racing. So we've got Weed King in the room, we've got Ralcien, Baggy Snails, West Ham Daz, Dory, Mocking Weeks, Potter McPot, Rear Wheel 72, Steve Scooby, Stewie Mac, Bidlez Cunt and Super Fast Bobby. So we've got a couple of minutes before quali starts. I'm hoping it'll be an actual 30-minute quali this time. Yeah, so there was an update yesterday which allowed new qualifying sessions, so it's actually a time quali. A few extra settings can be added into it. Don't know the full details of it, but yeah, it has allowed us to set up like a qualifying session rather than just a bit of a guess who, if you like. Okay. Say this is just a bit of practice for a couple of minutes. Pinning off in the distance. Just have a look at some of the guys going round for a minute until we drop into this qualifying session. See Dory getting a bit of grass there. That's not going to do him no favours. West Ham Daz deciding he's going to take out the wall in the pits. Steve Scooby rocking a pretty cool livery there, and if you're looking closely you can see the channel banner smashed across the front and back of his car. So big shout out to Steve Scooby for that. That does look like a bad boy livery. It's a big P1 racing team racing down the side of West Ham Daz's car. Dory just parked up at the side of the track. Big Les Kun just coming off a park at the side of the track, also with the P1 logo smashed down the side of his car. Stewie Mac also rocking the darksmoka livery. Big FU to cancer on the back of his car as well, so let's go and have a look at that. So we are just jumping into this quali session now. So 30 minutes. We do seem to get a bit of an odd view while we wait for people to actually leave the pits. So Raul Cien's still in the pits, that's why we're getting the dodgy view. Potter McPot now out on track. So just a few words about this man here. I'm rocking the massive great darksmoka livery from the channel, so big shout out to Potter for that. I commentated over the Race of Winners race last night against with Next Gen Racing, sorry, not against. So it was all the guys that win their leagues within Next Gen get entered into the Race of Winners. And there was 5 races last night, 5 different tracks, 5 different cars, and winner takes all basically. It's real good racing, and at the end of the day, I will say that unofficially Potter McPot kind of won it, but officially it was an absolute neck and neck tie between himself and F124YS from Next Gen. So they had the same points at the end. One had got fastest laps, one had got pole position, etc, etc, and it came down to the wire. And first time in Next Gen history, the spoils have been shared between 2 drivers. So big shout out to Potter for that. He did do a really good job keeping it on track in some of those cars. It was a long old stint. A big shout out to CJW as well. So he and I did the commentary over that last night. As I say, it did drag on a bit because we didn't have a contingency plan ready for the tie break, and we put it down to a one-on-one down around Nordschleife, which everyone seemed to agree. But then the admins and the officials came in and closed us down and said we can't do that. So a bit of a bummer. But yeah, big shout out to Potter. Unofficially he won it, but officially he's a joint winner. So yeah, big shout out to him. So Steve Scooby still just sitting in the pits. Big Les Kun. These are just the first hot laps. So half an hour quali tonight, and then straight into a half an hour race. Holding it tight around there, Big Les. Got to be careful not to get too much on that grass. So Potter will pop with the 108. Let's see if any of these boys can better that. Not at the minute. So Potter will pop with a 108.3. Weeks just put him down into second place. So he's with a 108.1 now. Now Raul Cien with a 107.6. So first hot laps in, Raul Cien holding first place on the grid with 107.6. Rocket Meets with a 108.1. Potter McPot with a 108.3. Place super fast Bobby with a 108.4. Rear wheel 72 with a 108.6. Steve Scooby just pushed himself down into 10th. Just jump back in the corner. So Stewie Mac now up into 6th with a 109.7. Big Les Kun with a 109.8. West Ham Daz with a 110.0. Dory with a 111.3. Steve Scooby. So he has just come out of the pits, so got a fast lap in yet. Baggy Snails again. Bounced out of the lobby and come back. So another fastest time for Ralcien. 107.6. Only 1.3 faster than his last lap. Sorry, 0.12 faster than his last lap. Obviously, Ultimate Pot just losing the back end of that there. Andre, evening mate, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in again, one of my regulars. So yeah, there will be links in the description below to P1 Racing community and all the Kika links as well. So there'll be the actual link to the Kika Foundation website, there'll be the Sim Racing for Kika donation page, there will be the Just Giving page as well, there'll be a link to that, and I'll stick the links in for Next Gen and MRC as well. So Saturday there will be a talk through by Potter Pot on how to actually pay via these websites. You know, he's going to donate on the day, and he's going to use either one of those websites, possibly both, and just talk people through how to do it. Donate their money on the day if they're listening in. So Raoul again putting in another fast 107.3 now. Half a second up from super fast Bobby. Bobby now on for second, 107.8. Steve Scooby putting in a couple of good laps, 108.0 for Steve Scooby. Rocket Weeks currently holding fourth with a 108.1. Pop 108.3 still with his fastest. Rear wheels still with that 108.6, keeping him in sixth. Les Cunt just driving himself off the track there. Doing 109.1 still. Maggie Snails moved up a couple of places, 109.4. He just drives himself off track as well. And that's just been knocked down a place as well. Stewie Mac holding last place on the grid at the minute, 109.7. This is the short course of Autopolis. It is a real world track. I've driven the full length track. This just cuts off one of the hairpins, adds in another. So this is all part of the standard track that you're watching Stewie Mac drive on now. Left-hander, he's sort of let off and then back on the power. Not too early though, otherwise that happens. But then the original course usually goes left into a hairpin then, but then goes right into a hairpin here. And back onto the start-finish straight. So a difficult corner to get right. It is off camber and unsighted as well. Oh, that's P1, sorry, that's Steve Scooby chasing down. Stewie back there. So we'll just flick up on the camera angles again. So Ralcien just not managing to increase his time. So 107.3 still for Raoul. Still half a second in front of anyone else on the track at the minute. So I think we've got one or two extra drivers, so there are still only 11 in the lobby. We'll just wait for the Don Dotter to actually get on track. some consistent laps. There's tyre and fuel depletion on this tyre wear and fuel depletion. So you will see the guys during this qualifying session burning off a lot of that fuel. Try and lighten their car to increase the speeds and get better lap times. So you see there Raoul holding just under half a tank, sorry. Still holding that top spot. Superfast Bobby is closest contender at the minute. He's half a second back though. I know Bobby likes this course, he's driven it as well. Steve Scooby getting that corner nicely onto the start-finish straight. Time is here. So a little bit back on that 1 seconds on his fastest. I've got to say I do like those dark blue flames on the side of your car, Steve Scooby. I know Potterman Pot's got a very similar livery with my channel logo all over it. Snails getting the benefit of a tow on Potterman Pot. See if Baggy can stay on his tail. Potter just driving off the track there. Back on it. Still holding fourth Potterman Pot again. Using the back end of that Toyota there, just by dipping the wheels on the grass. It's liking the slide on these cars, this Potterman Pot. Monkey Week's taking that one a bit cleaner. Regulars in the room. Maybe one or two. Oh no, that's it now, isn't it? Once qualifying starts, that's part of the new update as well. Once the qualifying starts, you can't actually join the lobby anymore and join the room to race, whereas before you could. So still holding that top spot then, Raoul. Bobby not managing to increase his lap time to close that gap. Will take place. Just have a quick look at Bobby's sector times as he comes around here. Again, just getting a couple of wheels on the grass there, that's going to slow him down a bit. Having issues, won't let him on track. It's unfortunate. Did have a couple of issues like that last night. One guy got booted, managed to join the lobby, but just physically wouldn't actually let him join the room. So I hope Don Dotter manages to sort that out. Get himself on track. So position staying pretty much consistent at the minute. A lot of movement. The guys kind of holding their current grid positions. Nicholas has moved himself up. He's on a 108.9 now. 1090. Baggy Snails on a 1091. Good enough for 10th place for Baggy. Most of the guys are holding the darksmoka logo somewhere on the car. Big shout out to other boys for that. I don't know if I know Baggy Snails did a couple of them, whether he's done more, I don't know. Big shout out to him for that. He is actually the instigator of the P1 leagues. So if you do like what you're watching, get yourselves on Facebook. Go link up P1 RC on Facebook. Just watch round off track. Yeah, get yourselves on Facebook, link up to P1RC, join up. It does help if you've got PlayStation Gran Turismo Sport. And we'll maybe see you on track. There will be a link in the description below to P1. So go give Steve a shout, go hit up the guys. Good bunch of lads, just a bit of banter between them. So now just chucking on a new set of rubber. Still not managing to close that gap on Raoul either. So his fastest lap right back on lap 4. Still not managing to do it. So Mocking Weeks has actually moved himself into 4th place. That's been Potter and Pop down into 5th. So Mocking Weeks on a 1080 now. Back in place. He's also on a 1080, but 1093. So, 108, 047 for Mocking Weeks. Nothing in it really. When it comes to grid positions, it means everything. So some of the guys just trying to stay on the way of each other. Well, if you don't have Facebook, then well, how are you going to know there's going to be a race on for starters? That's going to mess you up unless they've got a WhatsApp group. I don't know if they do have a WhatsApp group. I know they've got Facebook Messenger groups. Or stay in contact via here, or I can pass messages and then you two can link up somehow through some kind of messenger if that's how you want to play it. I'm sure we can figure it out. There you go, super fast Bobby. Message over PSN. Or add me darksmoka if you want. I can message them, or super fast Bobby. You can ask super fast Bobby if you want. There's also obviously all these boys are members. Baggy Snails managed to push himself into 7th, 1085, so good drive from Baggy there. Was sitting back in 10th last couple of laps. A lot of movement in the back. Raoul has just bettered his time to a 1070. So yeah, 107031, so 0.7 up from Dory now. He's chucked himself into 2nd with a 1077. So that's pushed all the boys back a slot. Pot has managed to get back in front of Mocking Weeks, and Steve Scooby putting himself back up to 4th. Steve Scooby is now in front of also Mocking Weeks. 1082. In fact, Mocking Weeks, he's on a 47. My mistake. So Mocking Weeks losing a couple of places there. Baggy hoping to hold on to that 7th, increase that if possible. So we'll have a bit of trouble keeping that from some of these guys. tyres. I know Big Les Kun, rear wheel Daz, rear wheel 72 West Ham Daz are quick on their day. Stewie Mac struggling a little bit, down in 11th at the minute, sitting around the 110 mark in his average lap times. Stewie Mac's car though. He's the Australian guy that now lives in the UK. So Raoul's still on the 1070, fresh set of rubber on his car though. 20 minutes into quali, only 10 minutes left, and straight into the half-an-hour race. So Mocking Weeks has just set a new time on the 1074, just under half a second slower than Raoul, and getting it all wrong there, chucking himself onto the sand. So that's pushed Dory and everyone else back a spot. So a bit glitchy from Dory. Super fast Bobby currently holding 4th place. And a penalty. Better his time as well. He's now fastest lap is 107.9. I know he'll be looking for better than that. This is another corner, this one slightly unsighted, off camber. And down into the easy right. And then his 90-degree right. Holding it tight, not too wide on the apex. The exit, sorry. This hairpin. Again, watching the exit, not to run it wide, just like Potter's done. Into the awkward left-hander, which is a bit of a throttle in, release, and then throttle out. Again, you have to be careful not to run it too wide. And then up towards this right-hander unsighted hairpin. Straight onto the start-finish straight. So you can see how loose these Toyotas are. So 114 for Potter there, that's best of laps. So Steve Scooby was holding 3rd place. He's down in 6th at the minute. Zuzim has joined the room. Still only have 11 drivers on track though. Flick back up to the front man, switch up the cameras a little bit. So Raoul down to fumes on his tank of fuel. One lap on those tyres by the look of it. Let's see what he can do this lap. Apex through there. Let's see if he keeps his line on the exit of this one. So not running it wide, but possibly running it a little bit too tight. A fast lap on this one then, just hoping he doesn't run out of fuel maybe. Mocking Weeks also on a fast one as well. Just stay on board with Mocking Weeks. Again, full speed into this unsighted right hand hairpin. managing to increase his time to 107.3. Still only keeps him in second though, but has closed the gap a little bit on Raul. And then just gets it wrong in that first corner. Dory now parked up. Super fast Bobby's still trying to put the laps in though. He also has no fuel and ghosting out. Potomac Pot still putting in the laps. Again, not managing to better that 107.9. So that seems to be the quickest way into the pits for all the boys. Wheel 72 has pushed himself up into 7th, but has run himself out of fuel. And that's pushed Baggy Snails, who had a good lap. Has managed to better that time to 108.514. It's not quite good enough to keep that 7th place. And that lap also not quite quick enough. Lane manoeuvre into the pits. Just keeping around Big Les. 5 minutes left of this quali, 4 minutes left of this quali in fact. 420's back in the room, Mean King 420. We've still only got 11 drivers in. Aren't having an issue getting into the lobby. I know when they do have updates on the PlayStation, it can usually throw something out, or something else out, you know, so they fix one issue but ruin something else. Hopefully that's not the problem, and some of these boys will actually, as I say, I forgot again, they can't. Yeah, I forget, due to the update they can't now join the room. That's one of the things they've added into the new update. So these boys are all back Sunday night for the Nissan GR2 race as well. I will commentate over that, so we'll be live on my channel again Sunday at 9. We'll be on pretty much bang on 9 o'clock because I won't need to do the 5-minute chat. Although saying that, I might do a little rundown of how it went. Obviously on the day on the Saturday, once I've done the sort of 6-hour event, I'm going to be knackered, and that'll be me, you know, just wanting to get offline and get home. But Sunday on the Super Formula, I might fire it up a little bit earlier and just do a little chat about how the Kika event went before the race. We'll see how that goes. So only 2 minutes left of quali now. So it's now or never for the guys to put hot lap in. West Ham does checking all the track limits there. That corner you've just seen him come around, and the first corner on they're off camber. You can't actually see the apex when you come into them. If you don't know it, you can throw you right off. And first corner there is quite a big runoff, which can cause a lot of issues. It's quite a tight run in as well. So just a minute left, just under a minute left to for the guys to finish their laps. I think they do get about 30 seconds after that. If they're halfway around the lap, they can actually finish it, I think. West Ham Daz now deciding that's enough is enough. So Raoul and Potter and Pop look like they're actually racing. So, yeah, Raoul just running it a bit wide, possibly just staying out of Potter's way, possibly just about to start the race. So positions currently stand with Raoul in first, Mocky Weeks in second, Dory in third, Superfast Bobby in fourth, Potter in fifth, Steve Scooby in sixth, Rear Wheel 72 in seventh, Baggy Snails in eighth, Big Les Cun in ninth, West Ham Daz in 10th, and Stewie Mac in 11th. So there's 1 minute 10 remaining for guys to try and stick an extra lap in before quali actually shuts off, or just to get across the line. Then we'll jump straight into this half-hour race. I think again it's going to be quite a feisty one. This is actually a really good track to race round. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's just a good track to race round. And because it's the short course, as I say, these Toyota concepts around a short course, it's almost like big go-karts. There's a lot of position changes, a lot of action. Sometimes difficult to keep up with everything that's going on, but I'll try my hardest for you guys. So if you do have people doing donuts somewhere on the track, who is it? There we go, Stewie Mac. No problem, Dory, no problem. You don't, you know, it's not compulsory. You have to put your logo on my car, mate. My logo on your car, even. But don't forget for Sunday, and don't forget for next week. Right, I'll find out where you live. So grid positions: Raoul in first, Mocking Weeks in second, Dory in third, Superfast in fourth, Potter in fifth, Steve Scooby in sixth, Rear Wheel 72 in 7th, Baggy Snails in 8th, Big Les Cun in 9th, West Ham Daz in 10th, and Stewie Mac in 11th. So we'll stay on board with the front man. Oh, so Superfast Bobby getting an amazing start. Oh, I don't know, I think we've got issues. Yes, I think we've got issues. So it looks like we're going for a restart. Apologies, people. So this does sometimes happen. It can be down to a glitchy lobby, a dodgy connection somewhere, just throws it all out. We do have to wait for the host to reset the grid order and then restart the race. So I wonder if all those guys that are hanging around in the lobby can now join the race. Yeah, now the race has been cancelled. Can these these guys actually get in? Yeah, Zuzim's is in the lobby. I don't know who... Rose Mike has left the room, okay. So, that's going to mess things up, people, if we've got new drivers in after the qualifying. Those boys will probably have to start at the back, but I know Zuzim's is a quick guy, so if he does start at the back, we'll keep an eye on him. So let me just see who else is in. So we've only got 9 in at the minute. Zuzim's has managed to get in. I don't know whether these boys, if Zuzim's has got in, I wonder if these other guys can get in now. Still only 9 guys in the actual room. So apologies about the confusion. This we've had a bit of an issue on the start of the race. So we went for a restart, and the guys who weren't able to join the quali lobby, quali session, have actually managed to get into the room and join this sort of section. So when the race starts, all the grid positions are now going to be all chucked all over the place. So all the boys that are actually managed to join the race now without qualifying will have to start at the back of the race. But then if there's 3 or 4 of them, how do you set them up? Is it first come, first serve? I don't know. It's not my decision to make. So Wee King's managed to get in as well, but again he will have to start from the back of the grid. So 12 guys on track now. People that join these races, the better it is. The more action you'll see, the closer racing. So Zuzim's again, just everyone finding that last corner a bit difficult. The wheel man's finding that middle corner difficult. Has just joined. He was here in one of the races last week. He's trying to get into this quali lobby, but was a little bit late, so unable to actually join. But now that race has been cancelled due to glitchy servers, these boys have managed to get in. So again, they will have to start from the back of the pack. But so we've got 14 in at the minute. Who else have we got? Dory's in, super fast West Ham, Baggy Snails, Rouse, Don Dot has managed to get in, Weed King's in, and Zuzim's are the 3 new drivers. So we're just waiting for Raoul to pull the grid positions back how they should be, and then the race will start again. They're a pain in the bum, these PlayStation servers. You can see there a bit of glitching from Weed King. I am actually connected up via a cable. It does kind of alleviate a lot of problems. I know when I was running on Wi-Fi and streaming as well, trying to stream a lobby and stream, drive in a lobby, stream it out. and have the stream running as well to see the comments, etc., etc. You know, and my lad was on Wi-Fi as well. He does internet gaming, so that takes up a lot of that. The missus is probably watching something downstairs, so you know, it's just killing it all. So I whacked a cable in, and I've not had issues since. But obviously, some of these guys not able to run cables through the house or whatever. Yes, again, now more people are in the lobby. It will make for some more exciting racing for you guys. Steve's not in the lobby apparently. So we'll jump on board with my mate Potter McPot. Looks like he's just going to practice his starts. So we are just about to start the race then, people. So I didn't see that click over. So I don't know whether everybody is in the lobby. I didn't see Steve Scooby's name pop up, but to be perfectly honest, I wasn't paying attention to that. So yes, Dundota, Weed King and Zuzims do start at the back. The positions are the same as the previous race. Again, we'll stay on board with Raoul for first corner, see if there's any action into it. Hopefully we get a good start this time. So again, all the guys getting off cleanly. Looks like Stewie Mac got a wicked start. Potter McPot looking to push through the pack. Raoul currently holding that first place, but Bobby's taken a nice defensive line into his first corner, and he takes first place off Raoul around the inside. Potter McPot pushes himself up into second place, and Mocking Weeks has managed to push Raoul Cien back as well, and he's managed to take Potter down the inside, and Super Fast Bobby just running wide, as well as Dory and Zuzims. So again, a lot of grass, a lot of run out in this track. Potter McPot's managed to jump up into first place through all the action there. So it's not, yeah, that's on. Okay. Okay, so it's not letting me change camera for some reason. I have got keyboard options on. So it is letting me change camera. Okay, so we're on board with Potter at the minute. He's got Super Fast Bobby riding his slipstream, chasing him down. Potter does go take the defensive line though. So just running Bobby out wide and taking the apex for himself, leaving Bobby nowhere to go. Oh my gosh, it's PlayStation. Changing to the other cameras now. Oh my god. So we're having some technical difficulties tonight, people. So we're just on board with Super Fast Bobby looking to chase down Potter McPot. Raoul Cien has managed to get past Mocking Weeks must have had a moment. He's all the way back down into 7th now. So we're on board with Raoul Cien Baba chasing down Potter McPot and Super Fast Bobby. So back onto the nice cameras. So these three making a big break away from the rest of the pack. Nearly 2-second lead now. So Potter having to go defensive from Bob. Bob having to go defensive from Raoul. Raoul has got a good run around the outside of Bob, but not anywhere to go. Super Fast Bobby's taking a nice inside line on Potter though. Raoul's looking to run around the outside, but just ran himself a bit wide, compromised his exit, allowing the guys to keep their places. So right behind them, Don Dotter is chasing down West Ham Daz, looking to take that place off him. Steve Scooby, he's out on his own a little bit, a bit of breathing room for him. Big Les Kun, he's in a bit of a fight with Rear Wheel Man. It's a real tight racing all the way through the pack at the minute. Baggy Snail's kind of out on his own. So we've got Zuzims closing him down a little bit. Zuzims did spin off on the first couple of corners, so put him right in the back of the pack. Dory as well, spinning off at that same corner. Mocky Weeks having an incident halfway through the first lap. And Stewie Mac bringing up the back of the pack there. So jump up to the front. Potter McPot managed to run away with this. He's got 2.3 second lead over the rest of the guys at the minute. Don Dotter managed to get past into second, so Super Fast Bobby possibly and Raoul having a bit of a moment, allowing these to get through. It started a bit late, Chris, because we had the first race. We had network errors and people were glitching out. And when we went to restart the race, we were having issues with people actually joining the lobby. So yeah, it started a bit late due to that. But we're on now. Some Super Fast Bobby under loads of pressure from Raoul. There's a bit of trading paint going on between these boys. Steve Scooby up into fourth. He's got Big Les Kun chasing him down as well, but Big Les Kun got Don Dotter right on him, and he's also got Rear Wheel Man chasing him down as well. West Ham Daz not that far back either, just getting a little bit wide there with West Ham Daz, so that might gain him a penalty, I don't know. He looks like he's got away with it. So you can see the trainer cars running down there. That's what I'm talking about with some of these Toyota Concept Cups. It does make for some really good racing. Big Les Kun running wide there, just compromising West Ham Daz's corner. Baggy Snail's in a fight now with Big Les Kun and Zuzims. Just managed to hold that 8th place in front of those two boys. Dory's he's chasing them down, he's closing them on the back of the pack as well as Mocky Weeks. So he had an incident right at the start of the race and lost loads of places. He was up there at the front, second, third place, and yeah, now he's almost at the back of the pack. Here is the man at the back, Stewie Mac. We'll give him some coverage. He's got a good livery on that car. I do like the Mac plane. So back up to the front. So Potter McPot being closed down loads by Super Fast Bobby and Raoul Cien. Potter just running it wide there, managing to keep it on track, but losing loads of time to Super Fast Bobby and Raoul. Super Fast Bobby going for a look around the outside. There's 3 wide down here. Also contact between these two, but all 3 managing to keep it on track. Potter McPot losing out through there, so he did get nudged. And that's put him onto the grass and into third, under loads of pressure from Don Dotter and Steve Scooby as well. So Potter McPot won't be happy with that. We're up to the front, so Super Fast Bobby still being chased down by Raoul. Raoul looking to make a move around the outside. And he's taken the top spot. Can he hold it into the hairpin? No, Bobby's got the inside line, manages to keep it. But Raoul will have the slipstream round hit down here. So yeah, you can see Raoul, he's just easily closing that gap up, but decides to back out. Yeah, still fighting through there. We'll just flick through the pack. Look at the fights going on further back. So Potter McPot still under loads of pressure from Don Dotter. He possibly did have the line, but whether there was contact, I don't know. So Steve Scooby and Rear Wheel right on the back of Don Dotter and Potter McPot's little fight here for third. So this could get a bit edgy further on it goes in the race with tyre wear. So Don Dotter looking for a slingshot around the outside. But again, into this hairpin, it's going to be do or die. So yeah, he just run himself wide, leaves the door wide open for Steve Scooby there. And just closes the door on him into the last corner onto the start finish straight. And Potter McPot under loads of pressure, so he's had to go defensive. And he's holding a good line, so Don Dotter just, I think, just clipping the back of Steve Scooby there maybe. So Potter McPot made a little bit of a break to Steve Scooby now, but that gap is coming down, but he has left the door open for a rear wheel 72 man to make a bit of a dive, but not quite managing to keep it in line for that overtake there. And he's being pressured by West Ham Daz now. So a good fight to battle commencing throughout the pack. Flick back to this battle that was happening between Baggy Snails and Zoozims. Baggy Snails has clawed his way up to 7th. He's dropped Zoozims by a load, who's got Big Les Kun for company. But that's all he can see in his rearview mirror right now. Don Dotter, after his incident down the start finish straight, is down into 10th. So he'll be looking to fight his way back through the pack. A third of the way through this race now. Plenty of time left for position changes and some good moves. Dory kind of out on his own with 4 or 5 seconds either side of him. Mocking Weeks again, still looking to claw his way back up through the pack as well. But currently holding 12th through that incident through the first couple of laps. Stewie Mac still looks like he's struggling a little bit, currently holding last place in this race. So Raoul manages to get past Superfast Bob now and currently almost has a second lead over Bobby. Potter McPot's got a bit of work to do, so he's 6.4 seconds back from Superfast Bob. And he's got Steve Scooby and Rear Wheelman, who's managed to close the gap on him. And made a bit of a break, but they're back on him now, so straight back into the defensive line for Potter McPot. Steve Scooby's going to have a really good run down here. Potter McPot just edging him wide, trying to get his best line into the first corner. Again, it is a naughty one, it's off camber, it's unsighted. Steve Scooby's got a good run through there as well, but he's got the inside line. Will he be able to keep it into this 90-degree right? Potter McPot making an excellent dive down the outside there, managing to keep that place from Steve Scooby. He's not letting him go, he's got to be careful from behind though, because rear wheel 72 is looking dangerous. He's taking some good lines. So we'll go on board with rear wheel 72 and just see what it looks like from his perspective, chasing these two down around this Autopolis short course. So just over 1 minute laps on these tracks. All these tracks have been chosen for their short laps. It does give some really good racing. So Potter McPot still holding that 3rd place. Just keeps going defensive down the start finish straight, which is so Steve Scooby has actually taken the place, but Potter's late lunge down the outside, but that's ruined that lap. Outbraked himself and thrown himself on the sand. Down into 6th now for Potter McPot, as he just tries to get his way back on the track. That's put him down into 9th now after that spin. So fortunate there. He's looking to make the move back on Steve Scooby, but it didn't quite work out for him. So Zuzim's now pushed his way up to 8th, Don Dotter in 7th, and Baggy Snails has got himself up to 6th. He's under loads of pressure from Don Dotter. And Zuzim's is he's no slouch either when it comes to these cars. Baggy doing a good job of holding on to these this place though. Taking the defensive line through here, just pushing Don Dotter into the outside, but Don Dotter does just make that place stick. Baggy Snails is right on him though. He's got an excellent run down the start-finish straight. Can he get the move done before the first corner? Zuzim's looking to have a go as well. So almost 3 wide through there. Oh, but Baggy Snails losing out through that. So down at the back of this little fight now is Baggy Snails. Don Dotter's up into 5th. Someone had a moment and span out. Super Fast Bobby has ended up in 10th. So I don't know what's happened there. I've missed that. I don't know whether I can go back and watch that. Replay function didn't work earlier. What is happening? No. Okay, that's it for that. So Bobby looking to fight his way back through the pack now after that, whatever happened to him. He was having a good fight with Raoul. So Raoul now got a 10-second lead over Steve Scooby in 2nd. Rear Wheel 72 in 3rd. So Potham and Potts. What's happened to Potham and Potts? Possibly pitted. Possibly that's what... So Potham and Pot has pitted, apologies. That's probably what's happened to... where's he gone now? Super Fast Bobby. Yeah, so apologies people, I forgot it's fuel consumption and tyre wear, and that people would go into the pits. So I would assume that Raoul's going to look to dive into the pits anytime soon, so we will keep an eye on that and where Super Fast Bobby comes out in relation to him. So in he comes, and that seems to be the quickest line into the pits to fire it into the wall at absolute full speed. So let's just jump on board with Super Fast Bobby, see what kind of position he is on track. So he's just coming down the back straight to this right hand hairpin. I think we will see Raoul come out in front of him. So now Super Fast Bobby will be pushing it to full speed. Raoul is heading his way out of the pits. But yeah, still got a good old gap over Super Fast Bob. About a 6-second lead to Raoul Cien. So when the other guys start diving in the pits, you will see the positions jig back into place. Rear Wheel currently holding 1st spot. Steve Scooby in 2nd. Again, these boys haven't pitted. When they do, you will see the positions shift back round again. So Don Dotter currently in 3rd, again not pitted. Baggy Snails not pitted. So Raoul Cien's in 5th, first man who has been in the pit, so he's out on track again in 5th. Separating him and Super Fast Bobby is Dory again, who hasn't pit. So Raoul Cien's pushed his way up to 4th place past Baggy Snails. West Ham Daz currently holding 8th spot. Mocking Weeks, he has pitted, he's pushed himself up into 9th. So had an incident in the first couple of laps, pushed himself down into 12th, but slowly working his way back up the pack, taking that place off West Ham Daz quite easily there. So West Ham Daz has pit as well. All the guys have been in now. So Potham and Pot down in 10th. So he'll be looking to fight his way back through the pack as well. So the front few guys are just jumping in the pits. Apologies. Which has allowed Raoul Cien to take his first spot back. Baggy Snails decided not to pit and staying out. second place, so currently working out for him, but will lose a few places when he does decide to pit. Superfast Bob back into third, and looking to close the gap quickly on Maggie Snails. Does actually look like he, oh, I know he was losing a bit of time through that first section, but now closing the gap quite rapidly. Steve Scooby holding fourth. Rear wheel 72 having a good drive. That's he's in fifth after the pits. Don Dotter's pushed his way up to sixth as well through that pit window. Mocking Weeks up into seventh. West Ham Dad's fighting out with Zuzims. Zuzims just taking that place around the outside. So good, respectful racing again from all the guys. Again, there will be incidents where people trade paint and nudge and stuff like that through corners. It is to be expected, but in general, it's, you know, there's no actual malicious contact between these guys, which is the reason they join these leagues. Really, you know, I think everyone knows who plays PlayStation, Gran Turismo. The daily lobbies can be an absolute eyeful. Just to see the kind of driving that goes on in those things. There are certain nations, we won't go into who they are, but they certainly don't like being overtaken in the daily races, and you don't really get a choice in who you drive against. So these are the reasons these Facebook groups and stuff are started up. They just open up private lobbies and set up the races themselves. So big props out to Steve Morrill for setting these up, or Baggy Snails as he is known on here. So he is actually diving in the pits, is Baggy Snails. This man here, so this man does actually run P1 race community. Fancy getting involved and getting into some clean racing instead of the idiocy in the dailies. Get yourself on Facebook, go check out P1RC, you can see on the side there, and go give the boys a shout. It's a real good bunch of lads. Some good banter between them, and the racing is always clean and respectful. So if that's what you're looking for, go get involved, and maybe we'll see you on track. So Ralph's still currently holding that top spot with an 11-second lead as well. Don Dotter has actually got fastest lap at the minute. I wasn't paying attention to any of that. 107.5 for Don Dotters. I haven't been paying attention to anybody's fastest lap, to be perfectly honest with you. Just have a quick look. 106.2 for Raul on his lap 16, but how can that be possible? Again, I think we had this issue last night in the lobby. The times weren't quite working out. I don't quite know what was going on. Bobby's looking pretty consistent. 107, between 107s and 109s. But he is losing time to Superfast Bob. Nothing to worry about from behind. Steve Scooby's 7 seconds back. Although he has got Don Dotter chasing him down pretty damn quickly as well. He's putting in purple sectors, so it was that last lap that Don Dotter got his fastest, 107.5. And he is still sticking in purple sectors. So looking to take the place off Steve Scooby. Let's see how he does through these last few corners onto the start-finish straight. Steve Scooby is just running it wide there. That's going to give Don Dotter a good run out of this corner. Possibly able to make the move on the inside. And gets it done cleanly before the hairpin. So a good bit of drive from Don Dotter. That's pushing him up into third. And he's dropped Steve Scooby a load. So that's another fastest lap for Don Dotter, 107.4. So he's found his rhythm now, is Don. So he'll be looking to close back on the back of Superfast Bobby in the last 7 or so minutes. So Bobby's just got to watch out. That time is tumbling pretty quick. letting it drop though. He's still on the back of Don Dotter. Just losing a bit of time through these corners. Nothing to worry about behind him. Rear wheel 72's got plenty to worry about though, so he's got Zuzim's filling his mirrors in that bright orange Toyota. Getting a good run down the inside there. But he will have the bad line through this corner. We'll be able to get the power down a little bit earlier. Being respectful and not able to quite take his line. And Zuzim's just managing to run it around the inside of that corner to the hairpin. So pushing himself up into 5th for Zuzim's. He's dropped his rear wheel into 6th. Back to back his snails, so he's managed to hold on to 7th place. He's had good races back. He was quite way down the pack at the start of the race, about 10th or 11th, and has managed to make his way back up to 7th. Closing the gap on rear wheel man as well, so we'll just keep an eye on that, see whether he can close the gap to the fight in front between Zuzim's and rear wheel man. So West Ham Dad's kind of out on his own. There's 10 seconds in front of him to Baggy Snails, 4.5 seconds back to Dory Dory. Dory Dory again kind of out on his own. Stewie Mac, he's got Big Les Kun just behind him. That gap is coming down a little bit. But Big Les Kun's just run himself onto the sand there. So losing a lot of time to Stewie Mac. Back up to Rowell. There's now a 15-second gap over super fast Bob. Gap coming down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think Bob's going to have enough time in 5 minutes to claw back 15 seconds. Not unless we see a mistake from Rowell. But looking at his previous results and his racing in other categories, he's pretty clean, he's pretty consistent. So Steve Scooby also having a good race, holding 3rd place. He has closed that gap on Superfast Bob. But again, whether he can do it before the end of the race, I don't know. But Don Dotter's only 2.8 seconds back from him. And that gap's coming down as well. Right behind that, we've got the fight between Rear Wheel and Zuzim's. Baggy Snails has just dropped off the back of those two a little bit, so this should be a good fight down here. Rear Wheel will get the benefit of a tow. Whether he can get the move done before the start-finish straight, he's going for a look. So can he keep the place? Has he outbraked himself? Oh, there's a little bit of contact between the guys who's just turned a little bit early, I think, trying to take the line, maybe not realising that rear wheel was there. So it was mentioned to me when I first started racing, I'm not saying these guys have just started racing, but it was mentioned to me to whack the old radar on. It does give you a good indication of where players are on track. Allows you to avoid a lot of contact. So Wheelman just losing the back end of that Toyota there a little bit, so he's dropped off Zuzim's a tiny bit. Again, closing the gap. So we'll be pretty close to him down the start-finish straight again. Let's see if he can make the move done. Zuzim's taking the ultra-defensive line. We're deciding outside the line this time. Zuzim's has got a good run, holds the defensive line, just holding rear wheelman out wide. Rear wheel getting a really good drive out there and taking the place off him around the first corner. Excellent bit of drive from rear wheelman. Zuzim's is coming back into low and has got the inside line into this next 90 degree. So taking that place straight back off him. Maybe compromising his next couple of corners. So you just see him stick 2 wheels on the grass. It's allowing rear wheel to close the gap right back on him. So some good fights going on. So Raoul extending his gap. 17 seconds, 18 seconds now over Superfast Bob. So only 2 minutes left of this race, so I think that's Bob's chances of taking first place done, unless there is a massive incident for Raoul, but again, it's pretty consistent. Don Dotter has managed to get past Steve Scooby as well, up into third place. So again, another really good drive from Don Dotter. He had a couple of incidents at the start of the race as well, putting himself right back in the pack. So really good drive from him to get back up into third. Steve Scooby, yeah, just missing out in that little fight down into fourth, losing a bit of time to him as well. This fight's still going on between Rear Wheel and Zuzim's. I think this one's going to go to the actual line. So a really good fight between these two. There's been bumper to bumper pretty much most of the race between those. So Baggy Snails, not a lot to worry about for him. Dory, he's in a bit of a tussle with Mocking Weeks. There does seem to be some pretty serious glitching going on. Mocking Weeks looking for a dive down the inside of there, but having to relinquish that place due to having to release the power. We'll get a good run through here. Looking to make the move into the hairpin, but Dory taking the defensive line. But, we'll see if he can get the slipstream down here and take place. So I think we've lost Potham and Potts. I don't know what's happened there. So Mocking Weeks has taken that place of Dory. Good dive down the inside. But has got to be careful because Dory has got a good line and a good run out of that corner. So just missed Raoul coming across the line to take that first spot. Superfast Bobby now in a tussle for second place with Don Dotter. So a bit of contact there just on the last corner. Don Dotter taking that place. Superfast Bobby in third. Steve Scooby in fourth. Zuzim's managing to pull away a little bit. Rear Wheel in fifth. And Rear Wheel in sixth. Baggy Snails handbraking it across the line in classic fashion. Dory now just coming around the last corner. Again glitching out. Dory bringing it home in eighth. Mocking Weeks not having the best of drives, not having the best of races this week. Not the best of drives, not necessarily, and just not having the best of races this week. That's put him down into ninth. And the other guys had already finished. So we will just go and have a quick look at race results. So there they are. Raoul Cien in first, Don Dotter second, Superfast Bob in third. A bit of a controversial third and second, I think. Steve Scooby in fourth, Zuzim's in fifth, Rear Wheel 72 in sixth, Baggy Snails in seventh, Dory in eighth, Mocking Weeks in ninth, West Ham Daz in 10th, Big Les Cunt in 11th, Stewie Mac in 12th, and Potham and Potts bringing up the rear. So I don't know what happened to Potham and Pot. I don't know whether he got kicked out of the lobby. But he didn't finish the race, so that sticks him down in 13th. So Don Dotter with the fastest lap there as well. So 1:07.4, so that's a damn good lap from Don Dotter. He was looking on form. He did have a couple of moments at the start of the race which put him right at the back of the pack, so kind of ruined his chances. I think if he'd kept it on track for those laps, he would have been pressuring the guys at the start like you would believe. So yeah, real good race. Let me just give some congratulations to the guys. Raoul, super fast, and Don Dotter. So yeah, that's another round of the Toyota Concept Cup again, real feisty racing. I've said it a few times about these races that the P1 boys have set up with these Toyota concept cars. They just look fun. It looks awesome, you know, the short tracks, the feisty little cars. You can see, you know, halfway through that there were still fights kicking off left, right and centre. West Ham Daz, Rear Wheel and Zuziums were fighting pretty much the whole race, bumper to bumper, lap by lap. They were changing place. So yeah, excellent bit of racing, excellent bit of racing. Make sure you go and check out the other P1 races as well, and all the other stuff on my channel if you fancy it. Like, subscribe and all that malarkey. I am just going to jump out of this lobby and go waffle on about the Kika event again, as it is Saturday and it's fast approaching. What we're doing, we're supposed to be leaving this lobby. So I ended my stream last night doing this, where I show my car and talk about the Kika event. Unfortunately, I'd left it on the go-kart, so the go-kart appeared last night instead of the Porsche, and no livery on it either. It was quite amusing at the time. So this is the car I've been using for last season. It has just finished the GTTCC with the MRC group, which is Mature Racing Club. There will be a link in the description below. We are alongside 3 other sim racing groups doing a 6-hour charity event for Kika in Holland. So Kika are a children's cancer charity over there in Holland. They run out of the Princess Maxima Centre, which is the centre where they've managed to put all their cancer research resources in that building. So it's Saturday at 5 PM. Myself and Potter McPot are going to be commentating over this race, over the whole race for the entire duration of the 6 hours. It is a pay-to-play event. You'll be struggling now probably to get in if you fancied it, but there will be links in the description below on how to donate, etc, etc. Potter McPot is going to do a talk through on the day of how to donate to the Kika page and the Just Giving page, so listen out for that. So that's when I'm back on Saturday, and then I'm back on Sunday for the P1 Nissan GR2 race as well. But yeah, the Kika Foundation race on Saturday, that's the biggie really. I think CJW is doing the NGR lobby. I can't remember who he's doing commentary with, but I'll put a link in the description to CJ's channel as well, so you can go and check out his streams as well. He does a lot of post-race commentaries and reviews. He did some live commentary with me last night over the Race of Winners race as well. So yeah, big shout out to CJ for that. He put up with me for a whole night last night, which can be a lot. Admittedly, I was concentrating mostly on the racing, not on abusing Chris, so I'm sure he was a bit relieved for that. So yeah, make sure you come and check me out Saturday for the Kika event. As I say, it's going to be a 6-hour jobby, so I'm going to be online an awful long time. Pop in, give us a shout, say hello, all that sort of stuff. Go donate, as again there will be links in the description below on this stream, and all the links will be in the description on the live stream as well. I'll add those in before the stream, just so people can actually go and look at them if they want on the day, because usually I'll put it all in afterwards, but I'll try and stick it all in before. So yeah, that's pretty much me until Saturday, people. GTTCC testing is going underway at the minute for the MRC group. I don't know what settings or anything's coming up. So yeah, Saturday I'm coming back for the Kika event, and then Sunday for the P1, and then after that I'm back on the same time next week for this Toyota Concept Cup. So I think that's going to be about it, peeps. It's been a good race again. I hope to see you all Saturday. Don't forget, tell your mates, tell your mums, live stream it, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, my name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.